Let's talk now about the VAT factory models, the different types of factories according to the theory of constraints. The VAT typologies of manufacturing were developed back in 1980 in the times of creative output, and that's where I discovered them, right? More recently, people have added a fourth letter, I, so VATI. I think that I is just a subpart of V, so I'm sticking to the traditional presentation of VAT plants. These are presentations that the letters chosen are to try and show the bill of materials, if you wish, of the products, right? So the V plant, right, like this, considers that raw materials come in at the bottom, right, and finished goods go out the top. In all these letters, the world is upside down, right? Because normally we let flow go down from the top to bottom. Here the flow goes from bottom to the top. So a few raw materials, right? Just a few raw materials at the bottom are then transformed to give many, many different types of finished goods, right? And this is the kind of process industry, right? Where you're going to have, I don't know, different kinds of steel that you're going to turn into different thicknesses, widths and stuff. And that's going to be so different. Just a few different kinds of steel will become millions of different references. Or in food business, milk, which will become lots of different types of milk and yogurt and whatever. They're basically process industries with few different kinds of raw materials and a huge range of finished goods. The second one is A, the A plant. It's the opposite, of course. That's to say that, like the letter A, it has many, many different kinds of raw materials and purchased components, but it has very few finished goods. These are often original equipment manufacturers, OEMs, people who, for instance, make, I don't know, windscreen wiper engines for the automotive industry. You would have, of course, in an organization such as Apple with its iPhone, where there are very few different kinds of iPhones compared to the number of components that go into making an iPhone. These are assembly-dominated organizations. And this leads to the T plant, which is also called the modern assembly plant, because the problem with the assembly plant that I've just described is it's not capable of personalization, right? It has a very limited range of finished goods. So this has led to the modern assembly plant, or the T plant in this model, right, which is very, very common because what it's done is it's got the leg of the T, right, where all sorts of things are happening, and they are manufacturing components, right, sub-assemblies or components. And then these go into the top of the T, where some of them are manufactured in-house, right, the bar of the T, some of them are purchased. And so you have many of these different components that are then assembled according to an order to be able to make a very large range of finished goods, right? The most well-known example of this is a car, quite simply, right? Because a car, if you're ordering your own car from a manufacturer, you can decide the color, you can decide the kind of radio you want, you can decide the kinds of seats, and so forth, right? So you're going to be able to personalize your car. And that's going to be done by, on the assembly line, taking the components and variants that you have chosen. And so you can offer a huge range of finished goods, personalized, while maintaining or limiting the internal complexity, right? So that's why the T plant exists.